In this video, we'll be looking at how to use the telephone system to hook up phone contributors. As we've mentioned already, the phone systems are only available in the red and blue studios, so make sure you book out either of these studios if you need to call any phone contributors. The phone system is called the Prodis Pronto 2 and it can be found in the studio rack. It's a dual line phone system, so you can have two contributors on the line at the same time. These two phone lines are controlled on the S2 mixer using the Phone 1 and Phone 2 input channels. Firstly, for pre-recorded content, make sure that you've set up and are recording to a new audio file in Audition, as we've just mentioned in the previous video. Next, lift the phone handset and then choose which of the two available lines you wish to use. To use line 1, press the star key and then 1, or for line 2, press star and then 2. Dial the contributor's phone number and then press the star key again to begin the call. The dial tone will sound like a dead line when it's calling, but this is normal. The number that you've dialed is shown on the front of the Pronto 2 unit. In the first instance, when your contributor answers, you'll speak to them using the phone's handset. Once the formalities are out of the way, explain to the contributor that you're going to transfer them into the studio system, so their call might go silent just for a moment. Leave the handset on the desk and press the hash key on the phone unit. This will transfer the contributor to either the Phone 1 or Phone 2 input channels on the S2 mixer, depending on the line that you use to make the call, and you'll notice the on-air button will be illuminated on the Pronto 2 unit. Use one of the studio mics to communicate with the contributor from now on. If you're doing a pre-recorded interview, just activate the mic and phone input channels and fully open the faders and then adjust the trim control so that the PPM meters are peaking between 5 and 6 when your contributor is talking. Make any necessary adjustments to EQ and then you're good to go. Just make sure your contributor knows that you're recording. If your contributor is part of a live show, you can have an off-air conversation by pressing the QPFL buttons on both the phone and mic input channels. This will also allow you to take a PFL level reading for your contributor before going on air. Just make sure that you exit PFL mode when you're ready to go live, and then activate your phone and mic channels and fully open the faders so your audience can hear the both of you, and also so that your contributor can hear you. If you're not talking on the studio mic, then bring your mic fader down, which will eliminate any potential background noise on your broadcast or recording. Just don't forget to raise your mic fader when you want to speak again. Once you've finished the call, you'll need to transfer it back from the Sonifex desk to the handset. So to do this, press star on the handset, followed by either 1 or 2, depending on the phone line you originally used. You can then thank the contributor for their time before replacing the handset to end the call. Also, don't forget to stop recording in Audition and save your file. You can also use the Pronto 2 as an ISDN line, which stands for Integrated Services Digital Network. It's a fairly old technology now, but is still relied on to some extent in the radio industry. ISDN basically sounds like a high-quality phone call, which can be used with other professional studios that also use ISDN hardware. In the past, we've used ISDN to connect to BBC Radio Stoke, 5 Live, as well as some commercial broadcasters. If you want to use ISDN, you'll need to change the audio codec that the Pronto 2 uses. Just click on the Enter or Menu button, then use the left and right arrow keys to select the phone line that you'll use to make the call. Then press the Enter button once again to access its settings. Select Codec from the Line Options menu, press Enter and then select the G722 codec, and press the Enter button once more to confirm. Once you're finished with the ISDN call, make sure you switch back the codec to G711, which is the codec that's used for standard phone calls. In this lesson, we've looked at how to use the telephone system to hook up phone contributors. Coming up next, we'll take a look at hooking up web contributors using Skype and Source Connect now.